There's not much to say about the 4-1 Giants that you haven't already heard on social media and TV. So let's bring in two-time Super Bowl champ running back Brandon Jacobs. And we're going to talk Giants culture and run game heading into their matchup against the Ravens and another edition of Back Talk. Bro, you missed the last 3 weeks. Welcome back from IR.
Hey, I'm here. I had to ice up a little bit, had to go to the stem, had to get some acupuncture. I had to do all that stuff. Now I'm here for the grind. I'm here for, for the next few weeks, talking some Giants football, 4-1 Giants. Just went over to London and pulled off a great victory there against the Green Bay Packers. There's a lot going on around the team, man. The culture, you got a new regime, you got a new coach, you got new everything going on. So there's a whole lot going on, B. London.
And that's feeding to the Giants culture. So let's talk about this team from a culture standpoint. How are they winning with less?
Well, I think we have probably some of the ugliest offensive productivity in the NFL, should I say. Well, I shouldn't say in the NFL because there's a lot of ugly teams out there offensively. But at least we're 4-1, should I say. But we got Saquon Barkley, man. I saw they're using him in the passing game. Daniel Jones is tough as nails, man. The guy goes out, plays hurt, bleeding. He's out there putting it down for his team, still doing the best he possibly can. And again, he's not killing the team. He's not turning over the football crazy. He's not doing anything like that. The New York Giants defense has been spot on, the last 5 weeks, you asked me. They've been really good. They had a little hiccup against Dallas. They couldn't get to the Cooper Rush as much as they should have been. They could have put some pressure on him. I think that game would have been different as well. If the defense can keep playing well, I think the Giants will have another opportunity to come out of this game against the Baltimore Ravens, who, in my opinion, is ugly offensively as well. I mean, you got Lamar Jackson, who's over 50% for their rushing yards. He has about 1,484 total yards of offense. Just that one guy, not much production coming from any, more players on the team. So I think if we can shut Lamar Jackson down, I think we have opportunity to win the game and go 5-1. Now, shutting down Lamar Jackson is going to be hard because this guy's playing for he's playing for a contract. He went out there and he's taking a chance. He's betting on himself. So we got a man out there that's behind some dollars and that's behind respect. So you're going to get a different Lamar Jackson week in, week out now. So let's see what the Giants are able to do against him. But it's not much to stop there, with the Ravens, in my opinion. It's not much to stop offensively but him.
So when you talk, okay, you gave us something on the Ravens side of the run game. These are two top 7 rushing teams in terms of yards per game. We all know the ball is going to 26. How can the Giants continue to keep him effective and to keep him playing as well as he is?
Well, Brandon, to be honest with you, it sounds weird me saying Brandon with that being my name. But I think the Giants should continue to get Saquon more involved offensively. I think he needs about 30 to 31, 32 touches a game in between running pass. And I know people see him as a running back and say, get the rushes or whatever you want to call it. But anytime the guy got the ball in his hands, he's deadly, right? Get him the ball in his hands in space, screens, use him in a passing game. Let's motion him out the backfield a little bit. Let's dictate the defensive front. Let's dictate the defensive backfield. Let's get the ball in his hands the best way that we can. We don't have a top wide receiver we're throwing the ball to now. You got Kenny Golladay down. You got Tony's been hurt. We saw Slayton last Sunday for the first time in a long time. So let's just, let's move the guy around a little bit and get him the football. I think the Giants are the better rush team. It's a little bit easier for Baltimore to do rushing because you got a guy dropping back to throw the ball and looking at the holes open and he shoots off through them. So that's a little bit easier than it is for Saquon to go out there and rush for 150 yards against the Baltimore Ravens defense. What I think is totally, he can do that. I just think we need to get him the ball in his hand in more ways than just handing it to him.
Man, you said 30 to 31 touches. That ice bath and that stem you were talking about, after 30 to 31 touches, Saquon's going to need that as well. And let's move on because I'm not trying to look forward. there's a lot of excitement here in the tri-states. But back in 2009, you guys started 5-0, then you went 3-8 in the next 11 games and didn't make the playoffs. Is this Giants team playoff contenders?
Absolutely, this Giants team is playoff contenders. I've said it here, and I'd be lying if I tell you anything else, B. London. They got a great defense. Defense is at the top of the league. You got a running back that leads the league in rushing. You got a quarterback that's not as flashy as a lot of these guys, but he's not getting the team beat. He's not turning over the football. He's doing just enough to win the football game. And I think the New York Giants will be in contending to win the NFC East. If you ask me, if we can get some pressure on these quarterbacks, like we did with Aaron Rodgers this past weekend, I think we got a chance to be more than playoff contenders, man. I think we can go pretty far.
We're going to clip that. We're going to put that out there. Thanks for joining us, B. Jacobs. That's another edition of Back Talk.